We already have an incredibly effective system. We are rolling out the vaccine very effectively.
But the numbers say otherwise. So far, Australia's handed out nearly 842,000 doses of the COVID vaccine, about 3.2% of our population. That's barely a blip compared to the US at 49% and the UK at 55%.
I think, frankly, the vaccine rollout in Australia has been a disaster. We started months after countries in Europe, the UK, the US and others, and we've gone very slowly since we did start.
Now, other countries are planning their post-pandemic future, from vaccination passports in the UK to quarantine-free travel in the US.
Fully vaccinated people can resume travel at low risk to themselves.
But Australia's $60 billion tourism industry hangs in the balance if the world opens up without us. And while our federal and state pollies have been busy pinning blame on each other,
they've done 3/5 of bugger all.
We have not had certainty of supply.
I'm extremely angry.
experts reckon it's past time to stop squabbling and focus on solutions.
What we need to do is have the feds just supply the vaccine to the states and let the states figure out how best to distribute it.
New South Wales has started releasing daily vaccination data, and there are calls for Canberra to do the same.
The Fed should level with us, stand up every day and say, here's how much the vaccine we've purchased, this is how many jabs have gone into arms, and this is the rate at which we expect it to progress.
Now that CSL's Melbourne lab is expected to pump out 1 million doses of the AstraZeneca vaccine a week, it's possible to scale up distribution.
There's been discussion about using pharmacies to deliver the vaccine. That's akin to what we do with the flu vaccine.
And we could stand to boost our supply.
Someone should be on the phone to Moderna and Johnson & Johnson and saying, what is it going to cost to get a whole bunch of doses of your very good vaccines?
We nailed the tough lockdowns and have been loving our largely COVID-free life. But will it last if we can't fix our vaccine problem?
Yeah, I wonder if it would have been better if we had perhaps waited a little bit longer and got the rollout right rather than delivering the rollout now and sort of bungling it up in the way that we have. Like, I understand, obviously, it's very pressing, COVID's serious, people are getting it, businesses are going under. But I just wonder if we could have done it better if we had just waited a little bit. I mean, we've had no community transmission for, you know, not much for a significant amount of time.
Yeah. The problem is the squabbling that's going on, because during the actual pandemic, Scott Morrison was very clever. He worked out early on, if he stood back, the way our federation works, you know, we all discovered just how powerful all the states are, and every premier fought for their state and got a really good result, and then Scott Morrison stood forward again and he was the hero of what happened during the pandemic. Now it just seems to be a mess of everybody fighting with each other. As you said, that problem of supply, but we were meant to have 4 million doses. We're not even vaguely close. And it doesn't look like the government is communicating in a way where people understand where they sit in the order of when they're going to get it.
Yeah. I must say, I get the anxieties when the states and the feds go at it, because I'm like, no, can't you just get along, please? This is serious. You know?
Oh, have you watched politics?
Yes. Yeah, I know, exactly.
From expert opinions to in-depth analysis and reporting, the Project YouTube brings you the biggest stories from Australia and around the globe. Hit the subscribe button now for news delivered straight to your feed.